Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So on this day of India's independence, I thought what better topic could there be rather than to talk about financial independence.
कट इट यार कट इट क्या कर रहे हैं आप
So mutual funds. Mutual funds are one of the best ways for the common person to invest in the equity markets and therefore grow their wealth over a long period of time. So the reason that I'm making this video today is the fact that when I first wanted to start off investing in Indian mutual funds as an NRI living in the UAE, I had no idea where to begin. And also the people around me, whoever I seemed to ask, either had no idea how to do it or just didn't want to help me. So that's why I'm putting together all the information that I know into this video today for you, so that you, if you want to invest in Indian mutual funds as an NRI living in the UAE, you at least have a base of knowledge so you know where to begin and you aren't as clueless as I once was. In the video, I'll be covering a couple of points that I wish I had known before I started investing in Indian mutual funds. Also, at the end of the video, I'll be explaining what I personally hold in my mutual fund portfolio and the reasons why I hold that position. So the first point being that know the difference between NRE and NRO accounts. NRE stands for non-resident external, NRO stands for non-resident ordinary. In the NRE account, the funds are repatriable, which means you can bring the funds back to your home country if you are an NRI. For NRO, the funds are repatriable, but up to a certain limit, and there are specific conditions to bring the funds back to the country. Another point to know when you're focusing on NRE and NRO accounts is the fact that NRE accounts are not taxed within India, but NRO accounts are taxed within India. If you still aren't very comfortable with the idea of NRE and NRO accounts, when you're setting up your account with a representative office of an Indian bank over here, make sure to ask the RM of that bank, whoever the administrative representative helping you out is, to clearly explain the difference between the NRE account and the NRO account. There are a couple of options available within the UAE, such as you have the SBI rep office in Bardubai, and you have Axis Bank in Karama, you also have ICICI, you also have HDFC. And remember that these are just representative offices, meaning they are not the bank directly, rather they're just an office there that will send the documents to the bank in India and they will process the application from you in India. The only Indian bank that's allowed to bank within the UAE is Bank of Baroda. The second point being that you don't actually need an Aadhaar card to start investing. If you just have a PAN card, that's more than enough. And the best part is that you don't even have to go to India to get your PAN card made. You can get it made within the UAE itself. There's a fantastic service called AlanKit. On the website here, make sure that you're visiting alankit.ae. Make sure it shows UAE at the top right corner. And you can even send them a message on WhatsApp with your inquiries about how you can get PAN cards made, and they're very helpful. They'll respond almost immediately, and they'll send you an email with all the information of what documentation is required for your PAN card, and the entire process gets done and you receive your PAN card from India by mail. So the third point that I wanted to talk about was taxes. The gains from equity mutual funds are taxable based on the holding period. Short-term capital gains attract tax of 15%. However, long-term capital gains exceeding rupees 1 lakh a year are taxable at the rate of 10%. In the case of debt funds, short-term capital gains are taxable at a rate of 30%. Holding the fund for more than 3 years will result in a 20% tax on the gains. Point number 4, and probably one of the most important points that you can look at, is the difference between buying direct and buying regular plan mutual funds. So in general, direct plan mutual funds are bought from the mutual fund house directly. And regular plans, there's a middleman involved. And whenever there is a middleman involved, you tend to have excess fees that are added on to your existing fees for this. The only mutual fund house that I know of that I've been able to find in the UAE is actually SBI Mutual Fund House that's located in the Fahidi area. And if you were to go to them and directly apply, it would count as a direct plan mutual fund. That means you would not have to pay the excess commission for an intermediary to help you carry out the same transaction. For example, if you're doing the investment of a mutual fund through a bank or maybe another broker, most likely it will be a regular plan. Before you're investing, make sure to ask them Clearly, is this a direct plan or is it a regular plan? Look at the fees. The fees for a regular plan are always going to be much higher than a direct plan. Finally, the most important point is that make the decision yourself. When I first went to meet the SBI representatives in Dubai, I was quite certain that I wanted my entire mutual fund portfolio to be focused on equity. I was quite certain that I wanted to invest in the Nifty specifically for a majority of my portfolio. And the reason for that is that the Nifty has extremely low fees and holds the top 50 largest Indian companies. I found this to be a safe investment for the long term that I know I could keep investing in confidently. Also, as per multiple studies across the globe, you can see that index funds have largely outperformed actively managed mutual funds for a lot of the cases, especially large cap and mid cap funds. Maybe you might find outperformance in small cap funds. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that do your homework before going in for the meeting with any sort of financial representative or advisor. Because at the end of the day, it's your hard-earned money and you need to make sure that you can put it in a strategy that you're comfortable with following over a long period of time. Because again, investing in mutual funds is not like a 5-year horizon where you can immediately just put in the money and then get it back within 5 years at a great growth rate. It takes, say, 10 to 15, sometimes even 20 years for the funds to be substantial. I hope me sharing my experience dealing with Indian mutual funds in the UAE as an NRI was helpful to you and helps you actually start investing if you haven't already. And if you found the video helpful, if you found it informative, do hit like, that helps out the channel, hit subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.